Zesseu, para-athletics.
I have hemiplegic mild cerebral palsy. So essentially, at birth, umbilical cord wrapped around my head, and I suffered a stroke when I was born. And so, on the left side of my brain, there's a little bit of a black hole if you were to look at a CT scan, and so that affects my entire right side if you were to split me down the middle. Essentially, I have like 75% complete function of my right side compared to my left. The example I always give is I'm 175 pounds, but I'd be 200 pounds if I was my left side, and I'd be 150 pounds if I was my right side. So there's things like that, and the muscle tone's a little tighter, and I need longer breaks, if that makes sense, for my central nervous system to calm down, or else I start dragging that side of my body pretty much. I was doing some social media work for Cerebral Palsy Ontario. They asked me what sports I did. I answered just the various sports I did, and they asked me if it was against able-bodied people or if it was against para, and I answered I don't know what that means because I didn't know what para sport was. I thought it was only for amputees and other disabilities like that, just very visual disabilities, if that makes sense. And it's kind of snowballed into finding out that my times and distances from high school actually qualified me for the Rio Paralympic Games. So 1 week I was a regular student about to graduate. The next week I was training like 4 or 5 times a week and getting ready to get classified. And that snowballed into classification. The classification I hit performance standard to be on Team Canada. So it was pretty quickly, but it's been a good ride. I was just a gym bro at the time. I stopped playing sports after first year university. So I played pickup basketball and I lifted weights. That's about it. But through that, like I had always enjoyed working out. I'd worked out since I was 12 years old. So it was pretty much a seamless transition. The only thing was getting my cardio up. That was about it. Everything else was there when I first started, which was lucky. Overall arching goal for my career is to try to win a medal in a run, jump, and a throw. I'm trying to be like a multi. There's no decathlon or heptathlon in para, but try to win a gold in each of those things would be really cool. To be kind of like a pseudo decathlete in para. Right now, we're focusing for Paris and Santiago for Para Pan Ams on discus and long jump. It's a weird combination because when I face discus throwers, they're all 80 pounds heavier than me, and all the long jumpers are like 20 pounds heavier than me. But like we found a sweet spot where it works the best, and since the discus is a little lighter, I can use my speed more than those guys use just like pure brute strength. So it's nice. I was lucky enough just by chance to go to university golf because they've won the national championship for track 6 years in a row for both men's and women's. So it's a really, really high caliber program. My coach especially, Paul Gallus, he's like, he's the best coach I could ever ask for. He's extremely attentive. He's extremely detailed. Plus, I can relate to him since he's only 3 years older than me. Like he's a really young coach, but he feels like he's been doing this a long time. But I'm not scared to interject or give advice, or it's a good coaching relationship. So definitely my teammates at Guelph who support me at any point as I support them, and also my head coach, of course my dad, my parents, and my family as well.